the new potentate, Bureau of George E. Proctor.
If you do that 12 months from now, I'll figure I had a successful year. I do want to thank everyone for being in attendance today. I especially want to thank all the clubs and units for being here to have their officers installed. We think that this is a great, if you want to use the word, a community day. It's a day that we as a Shrine, as a community, can come together to start the new year and to have fun. If you've not already received the January issue of Mural magazine, which I don't think has hit the mailboxes yet, my theme for this coming year is Together We Will. Now, together we will what? Well, together we're going to do a lot of things. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a circus. We're going to support the Shrine hospitals. And if you'll read my article in the January magazine, without repeating it all right now, it basically says that that theme is incomplete because the year is incomplete. We're going to complete it all year long. Together we will. And the emphasis is on togetherness. The clubs and units together, the band together, all the nobles together. And we always talk about having fun and helping kids. And I've sort of changed that around a little bit to say we're going to have fun with a purpose. And that purpose, of course, mainly is the hospitals, to help the kids. But there's a lot of other purposes. The fraternity will not exist. The hospitals will not exist if we don't have members. And I'm really happy that our Hour Guard, Tim Murphy, has decided to be our membership chairman. And he's got a lot of young, enthusiastic people. Well, one guy's kind of old, but other than that, the committee on the whole is going to do a great job in membership. I want to thank Tim for being our Master of Ceremonies today. And I want to thank Imperial Sir John Sonato, as well as past potentate Alex Rogers, for really at the last minute. You can tell this was rehearsed. But they came together and graciously accepted to be the installing officer and the installing marshal. I have a very limited family. It says here, introduce your family and friends. I come from a very small family, being an only child, and my wife has a sister and a brother, and we have two children, Andy and Matt. Both of them live out of Indiana, one in New York City. Andy lives in New York City, and Matt lives in Nashville, Tennessee. So they could not be here today. Matt is a Shriner, also a member of Plainfield Lodge 653, for some of my fellow Plainfield fellows out there. But as always, my rock is here, and that's Debbie. Please welcome Debbie again. Debbie? I may or may not get through this next part. Bob, make sure I get a glass of water or a scotch or something. I've got several friends here, both of them. Actually, I'm a full-time employee of the Indiana Masonic Home Foundation, and I'm the executive director. And we have some members from the Masonic Home Foundation in the back. George Weister, who is one of our reps, is also our assistant chaplain for me, Rob. One of my other reps is Ted Bradfield, the first time he's ever had a fez on his life. George Gallion is my boss, and he doesn't have his fez. Oh, there it is. Darlene, just keep it in the folder there. And one of my really very, very close friends, Mac McGuire, his lady Linda. I forgot to introduce George Gallion's lady Darlene, but these are people I work with and are really my close friends outside the Shrine. Welcome. Thank you, George. I forgot the rose in the middle of all the thorns there, and that Jackie Flynn. Jackie Flynn used to work here at Huron Shrine many years ago, and for about 13 years or so has worked for me at the Masonic Home Foundation as our administrative assistant. Jackie, thank you for being here. I had to make sure the priest knew that was only water. As I've been on my shrine and Masonic journey, there have been some people who have been very influential, and I hope you'll bear with me while I mention these names. The first was my father. That's my father's fez from Ulika Shrine in Lexington, Kentucky. He was an ambassador there. He taught me what a dedicated Mason and a dedicated Shriner was. And if it hadn't been for him, I probably would have never joined Masonry, or I never would have joined the Shrine. He was never an officer of the Shrine, but he was one of those fellows that got every petition that you can imagine to get. People used to say, Ralph Proctor got me in the Shrine because he kept asking me to join the Shrine so many times, I joined just to get rid of him. I also wear a lapel pin that was his. But my dad was very influential and did show me what dedication is. Another gentleman was a fellow I worked with for about 15 years, and that was Debbie's uncle. Debbie's uncle was the illustrious John R. Nichols, as potentate of Huron Shrine. And John Nichols, who actually appointed Alex Rogers, showed me what a businessman was like, how to conduct a business, how to do it with a steady hand, and to be a gentleman. A fellow that not many of you knew that helped me along the way was past potentate Kyle Hughes. Kyle Hughes, I forgot the year that he was potentate, but he kind of took me under his wing at the Scottish Rite. And he said, George, you can go out and stand and do ritual and do parts, and was instrumental in my becoming an officer at the Scottish Rite. I joined the Shrine in 1977 when everything was heaven. And all of you know that. Everything was heaven in 77. Ed Evans was potentate then, became one of my closest friends. And he taught me what love is about. That you can't be ashamed to tell people you love them. Men, women. You just got to tell people that you love them. And Ed taught me that. My fraternal family, most of them are gone in the Shrine, but I guess my great-grandfather's in the audience somewhere. I saw him come in. Bill Spear, where are you? Stand up.